Hundreds of protesters gathered at the foot of Seattle's Federal Building today to protest against China and their human rights violations of the Tibetan people. So far, China has closed off the Tibetan region, including their side of Mount Everest, the world's most tallest mountain, to all foreigners and media. They have been accused of arresting hundreds of monks and nuns and killing upwards of 100 Tibetans. So far, the national media has not given this much attention. A check on CNN.com about Tibet shows it on the lower half of the site, towards the bottom where most of the advertisements are. The Seattle media has not been much better. SeattleTimes.com has placed Tibet towards the bottom as well. This week, the city of San Francisco restricted a permit to protesters wanting to protest the Olympic torch when it passes through the only North American city before heading to China. This from the city that allows Code Pink to shut down our military recruiting stations, but not protest the Olympic torch bound for Beijing. The protesters today wanted to highlight the plight of all Tibetans who can't speak for themselves because of the media blackout and oppression in Tibet.
As a Tibetan, I'm here, and my fellow countrymen, we're here to show our support and to lend a voice to the people in Tibet that are being oppressed, that have suffered for over 50 years now. Every Tibetan outside of Tibet, and whether it's any country in the world, we have a family member, all of us have a family member that has suffered in the hands of the Chinese government.
What is happening in Tibet would be like the US government taking away rights of the people of Puerto Rico or Guam. Some talked about the fact that most Tibetans don't mind being part of China. They just want basic human rights, such as freedom of religion and freedom of speech.
The reason that I'm here today to protest is that I really feel a connection with the Tibetan people. I traveled there a few years ago, and I asked the Tibetans when I was there why did they feel so downtrodden, and they said that many of them felt that they wanted to align with the Chinese, but they wanted basic human dignity and respect and basic human rights.
Overall, there were many people that were eager to speak for the Tibetans.
The arrest of monks and nuns and the violation of human rights is something that the whole world needs to notice and wake up to.
The environment of Tibet is very important. The whole Tibetan plateau for the world's resources. The Chinese are unfortunately coming in and taking what they want from it. This is like a modern day rape of America, like the Native Americans, except this is the year 2008. We've all forgotten about Tibet. The Beijing Olympics is putting it back on the table again.
All of us at this very tense and emotional moment are here to lend a voice, to give a voice to all the people that can't speak.
Is China taking a gamble that the American people will stand by while this continues? I'm Kaywood Hopkins for IndieTV.tv.